This HOI Detroit, House of Israel, the Feast of Tabernacles. We here. This what day is this?
It's like the what?
Fourth day.
Fifth.
Fifth.
Day. It's the fifth.
We started with Sunday, right?
No, we start Saturday. So
Right.
we start Saturday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday,
Okay,
Tuesday.
so it's the fifth day.
It's the sixth day, ain't it?
Fifth.
Fifth day? Yeah, the fifth day.
Fifth day. It's 8 days. No, you're right.
Fifth day.
This is 6. Okay, so this is
Sixth
HOI Detroit, House of Israel. I'm Uncle Penuel,
I'm Dawada.
and we kind of bring out the Feast of Tabs and more. So we're gonna get started. We give our honors to our elders. We give our praises to Yahweh, and we give our glory to Yahweh Shai. All right, so we're getting ready to take off.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah. First, I want if you can give me Exodus 40 and 1 and 2.
Okay.
Okay.
Exodus chapter 40, verse 1, verse 2. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, On the first day of the first month shall thou set up the tabernacles of the tent of the congregation, and thou shalt put therein the ark of the testimony.
That was it. Just 1 and 2, but that's fine. That's what you do.
Right.
I was saying that by this being the feast, okay, like this was a time for us to prepare for, like, that was in Exodus, and when they had to exit, you know, out of Egypt. So we preparing ourselves. So this now I had to really realize what preparing mean, because I myself, I only can speak for me, was not prepared.
Yeah.
So, but the good thing about it is I got time to prepare myself now.
Right.
I know what to look for. Make sure I have a nice, you know, be comfortable. Make sure you got something that's waterproof. Make sure that, you know, if you need, like, if it's cold the other day, make sure you got some heat in. So even though I wasn't prepared, I feel good because now I know how to prepare myself.
Right. And so what he told me, you know, Dawud, I've been in the army. And so, yeah, you know, he's one of them bad armors. And so, you know, he said that what we could do was dig a hole inside your tent, right? And in that hole, you have like a little pipeline going outside. And he said once you get that, then with that, you put the wood down there, and then you burn the wood. And that way you have heat in here, but the smoke go out to the other side, and by the smoke sticking to the ground, I mean, you know, like sticking to the ground, and it takes about a minute to go get outside. Then by the time to get outside, it would be no more smoke. So that way the enemies couldn't see you while you inside your tent, because there was no light and you still got heat.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So that was sweet, you know. So I knew he was from the army then. I know he wasn't lying.
Yeah, but
Just joking.
that was a while back when I said what I had that sleeping bag, right? I'm like, oh man, I got my sleeping bag. I get on this ground. I get on this ground.
I think that's sleeping bag. I was like, that ain't from the army, is it?
No, that ain't from the army.
Like from the dollar store. That sleeping bag tore his butt up. He got him so everywhere.
Yeah.
I was like, I thought,
You saw me fighting the ground, didn't
man,
you?
you was bucking the ground.
Yeah, but it got me though. It got me. I lasted about the mid rounds.
Yeah, you last about the mid round.
By the sixth round, I was gone though.
You didn't get back in the round either once you got out.
No, I was gone.
once he got out the round, he said he came back yesterday with he said he came back the next day. I said, what's that, man? He said, man, this is the thing I'm gonna sleep on top of my dock. Let's go back to it. I said, okay. This is my third time, you know, so we titting it out.
Yeah.
So this is my third time, so you know, I had to go through the same thing, but this is what
Yeah,
we
but
got.
you could have warned me though, Cap. You were like, listen, man, the ground ain't gonna do.
No, I couldn't warn you. I couldn't warn you. I couldn't tell you nothing. There was nothing I can tell you. He was like, man, I got this. You know, so I've been in the ancient Marines. You know, I said ancient Marines. Like, I ain't never heard the ancient. You've been in the ancient Marines. Well, I know you can handle on the ground then. We had to worry about the top of the flow. You can handle under the flow. You know what I'm saying? The ancient Marines, shit. I'm scared of them myself. Just the name.
Yeah. Okay. And it's crazy too because now, I mean, the way we used to just buzz whack it and just be, you know.
What type of the things y'all sleep in?
Well, we'd have a little mat that you pour down, a little small mat. But that sleeping bag from the Army is so.
Is it right?
Oh my. That's what, you know, you're right. I did, you know, I would say that was a dollar store sleeping bag I had.
Okay, so yeah, we ain't gonna talk about that. But the sleeping bag you had from the Army was so good that you thought the dollar store. And when you got in the dollar store sleeping bag, you imagine yourself in the Army sleeping bag.
Yeah, but it's not the same.
No, it's not the same.
It's not the same because in the
so your body said you lying in it.
No, yeah, it was an R. Kelly song.
Oh, okay.
My mind was telling me, but my body said the floor hurt. You know what I'm saying? So.
I know it did.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's get.
Read what's the name for me. Read
What you want me to read for you?
The same thing I read for you.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna read it.
You can see no, that's not yours.
What the heck? What is this on this picture?
Go get yours. That's something different.
Good gracious of my goodness. What do my eyes behold of me right here? Oh my good. I'm gonna have to show it.
Let me see it.
I'm gonna have to show it. Is that who I think that is? Is that him?
No, that's
Huh?
That's Muhammad.
That's who?
Muhammad.
You sure?
Positive.
Okay.
Matter of fact, you want to take this?
Go ahead. I'll read it. Go ahead. I'm good. I don't need the light.
You sure?
Uh-huh.
Okay, because I need a light. Go ahead.
Nah, I'm an ancient Marine, remember? And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, on the first day of the first month shall thou set up the tabernacle of the tent of the congregation. And thou shalt put therein an ark of the testimony, and cover the ark with a vow.
Thank you.
And thou shalt bring in the table and set in order the things that are to be set in order upon it. Okay. And thou shalt bring in the candlestick and light the lamp thereof. And thou shalt set the altar of gold for the incense before the ark of the testimony.
Right. Okay. And so now a lot of them say that they don't know where the ark at right now. You know. No. A lot of them say they do know. The Lord say that wouldn't be shown to the end. You know what I'm saying? So now you know how important it was to set up tents. You see what I'm saying? According to the word, according to the history, you know, of our forefathers. So these are our high holy days, right? And so their holidays is different from ours, and they're not able to keep our high holy days, right? And we shouldn't be able to keep their holidays. And so what happens is that they became ruler over us because now we're doing with what we don't supposed to be doing with them, and what we're supposed to be doing among us, we're not doing. They never was included to even practice this. So they cut off period about our holidays. You hear what I'm saying? And so we cut off just as much as they cut off, and they ours.
Yeah.
You see how crazy that is? Mm-hmm.
That is crazy. But what was that?
Where's your phone at?
Where is my phone at?
Yeah, see if you find it.
I got so much clothes on.
Let me call it.
What was that?
You just said it though. Go ahead.
What was that in John? What was that? John.
There you go.
What's that? John 7:1. Go ahead. I was saying that John.
Which one? John what?
Go ahead, see right here. Make sure it's it. John 7. What's that? John.
Is that your alarm?
I don't know.
Okay, go ahead.
This is that John 7 and 1. I can read it.
Go ahead.
After these things, Jesus walked to Galilee, and for he would not walk in because the Jews sought to kill him. Now the Jews' feast of the Tabernacle was at hand. So we see right there how, they try to say that our feast days or it's not valid, but here it is right here in the New Testament at John 7.
Right.
Okay. So we see that, and this is speaking of in the time of Jesus.
Yeah, and the Jews celebrated it.
Exactly.
You know
Jesus celebrated it.
Jesus was a Jew.
Yeah, he was a Jew.
Right. And so it's showing you where, even though they're going at it, they know that they still both have to keep these high holy days. You know what I'm saying? And that's how important it is, because you got people supposed to be on the same level, really cool with you. You know what I'm saying? And and you the only one keeping these days. You see what I'm saying? Because once you read the Bible and the Lord say do so, right? That means do so. And I understand that we're in captivity and we can't do what we want to do. But there's one thing is sometimes it's not about that, because remember, it goes to still say grievous. So it may be hard to do it, which is cool. You know what I'm saying? But one thing about it, you can't make it a struggle every year, because that sometimes the Lord may make you jump a hell of a hurdle to try to get to it. You know what I'm saying? But one thing about the Lord, He helped make your way easy. You see what I'm saying? And to me, I'm more like, well, if He helped make my way easy to keep these high holy days, then I'm gonna keep them. You know what I'm saying? But now, if sometimes He may make it a struggle for you to keep them, if He's not dealing with you, because He chases those He loves. And so when you put it like that, some He don't, because if He say He chases those means some more people that He ain't messing with, because I chases those I love, right? And so He's supposed to make your way easy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, not in all things, because I know we have to keep the commandments, and some of them can be hard. You know, so don't get me wrong. But He also said, if you love me and you keep my commandments, they're not grievous. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So even if it's hard to get to the Tabernacles, once you get here, you're gonna. That's when the ease come in. You see what I'm saying?
That's exactly what you're saying.
That's when the ease come in, because it's not saying that we're not gonna struggle, our bad things not gonna come, but once you make it on first base, you're gonna make it home. You see what I'm saying?
But it's almost Salakia. Remember how you brought out the last thing about how we was talking about? I think we did a class on how the gifts from Cain and Abel to the Lord, and how
I remember that.
So it's just like it's showing your effort.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if you half step, then the Lord is not going to appreciate it. But if the Lord knows that He knows when you're trying. Yeah. He knows when you're putting forth effort.
Yeah, He knows.
So
hold on. Not only He know,
you know.
No, we know.
Yeah, kind of.
You know what I'm saying? Because one thing about it, the Spirit is not gonna keep secret with you. He's not gonna let a bad thing out with like that group that failed, and that bad thing that came out about them. Okay, he'll let a bad thing come out, and so if He let worse things come out, and you're doing something but not on that level, He's still gonna let us be able to see it, but we won't be able to put a finger on it, and we can't say if it's true or not, but we'll still have that intuition that Spirit saying, He's bullshit.
I mean, well, it's like it's an old saying. What's that saying? The saying that you can't take nothing out the bank. You don't put nothing in. So if you're not putting forth the effort, you're not gonna get nothing out of it. So we still have to and like with me, like this is a lot of this is new, trying to get to understanding of how to set up everything. But what I'm really learning is, the steps, and when I talk to people, it's like, like my first Tabernacle, I was like, man, I don't know. So people learn. So it's a process. So at the same time, we're going to serve the Most High, but we don't want to be, over righteous, but then also too, we don't want to make excuses. So, because the Most High is balanced. So at the same time, this to me is telling me like myself, like I know what I need to do to start preparing, and not just for like the tabernacle. This made me think of when we're gonna, you know, it says once we go through the when things get rough and we know that we're gonna have to fend for ourselves, and it's gonna be hard to find food, and we're gonna be going through turmoil.
Jacob's trouble too.
Jacob's trouble, exactly. Then, you know, I'll be thinking, okay, I got to start preparing for everything. Like, where's my list at? Right. Where's my canned goods? Where's my water?
Some of us ain't got
you
no
know
list.
What I'm saying? So it's like, so this is making me realize, like, wow, how prepared am I for everything? You know what I'm saying? Do I really believe it? Do I believe that these gonna happen? Right. Is Jacob trouble's gonna happen? I'm still gonna, just chill, and I got me some time off, or watch a little football, or relax, or am I preparing? Do I really believe that this is gonna happen? And when you believe something, then that means that you're gonna have actions on it, you know?
Yeah,
so,
true.
But this here has let me realize that, you know, like, if you know the feast is coming, and if you just put $10 aside for a month, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, you could accumulate enough to, okay, well, I got this, I got that, I need this, I need that. And now I'm glad that I get to see what it really takes. And sis brought something out. She was like, other tabernacle I went to, it was just so peaceful. It was no radio, I mean no TV, and it was no cell phones, and you could really get in tune. You can really, relate.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Get closer to the Creator. Get closer to Yahweh. You can feel it.
You have peace.
Have peace. So,
Yeah. That's just good. Where you at?
Well, I was going, remember 2 weeks ago, we was going to bring out today. We was going to deal with something dealing with the men.
Yeah.
And see how we have to be men. Right. And being a man is being a man of your word. Because if we're going to be a representative of the Most High, and His word, what He says is going to be action. Okay, if He said that that I'm only for Israel, it's only you that I know. Okay, and He said that until heaven and earth pass away. Right. So we know that He's going to be there for us. But if He wasn't a God of His word, then we'd be like, oh yeah. But so we won't be representatives. That we have to be men of our word. Although we're not perfect, we have to try to our utmost to be men of our word, Okay. So your word means something. Yeah, words mean everything. Yeah. So a lot of times, we try to get on sometimes, the sisters or this, but the man set the parameter. Right. If you have a sister, and if you treat her a certain way, and you've been treating her like that, and you've been doing this, doing that, well, she's gonna continue to accept that. So you stop doing it, and then you want to know why she tripping. Right. Well, she tripping because you set those parameters. You the man. And so a lot of us didn't, especially growing up in this wicked system, we didn't really learn what it was to be a godly man. We was growing up, that to be a man is, hey man, I got these women here, oh man, I'm a player, I got this, I go here, I get that bag, opposed to really being a God-fearing man. Right. And God is a God that's balanced. Right. You can't be too much this, you can't be too much that. Like, what's that script I wanted to get?
Time to kill, time to heal.
It's a time, no, it's not this one. What's that? 1 Timothy 5:8. So everything has to be done in its proper place.
Decent order.
Yeah, decent in order. But 1 Timothy 5:8 is dealing with how, everything that we do is for it's for a reason. It's for the betterment. It's not just us. It's just not just us or individual. You got that?
Yeah.
All right. What's that say? 1 Timothy 5:8.
Yeah, 1 Timothy.
Yeah, 1 Timothy 5:8. So, it's
chapter 5, verse 8. You ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
1 Timothy chapter 5, verse 8. But if any provoke not for his own, and especially for those his own house, he that denieth the faith and is worse than an edifier.
Yeah,
in the fire.
He's worse than the heathen. So a person that don't take care of his household is worse than a man.
My fault.
Worse than a man without faith.
Right.
Okay. Okay. Worse than the heathen. You know. So that's where it says for balance. So it's not saying that okay, well, okay, I make all the feast days. I do this, and okay, but your kid's hungry.
Right.
Okay. Or you not getting up and you not trying to take care of the household. So we have to balance everything, and it's vice versa. You know, what's the one which says work, what's that? Faith without works is what?
Dead.
So, so if you're saying that you believe and you're not out here, you're not going out to camp, you're not studying to make sure yourself approved, then you don't have what?
Faith.
You don't have faith. So that's why it says everything is balanced.
Right.
Okay. So if you're not, you have to get out here and put this word in, and then you also have to take care of your family. You also have to be balanced, and it's not just us, but to be a nation, you know. So we have to, like, what's that whole?
It's part of being a man, though.
Part of being a man. But see, a lot of us, it was that Hosea, it was that 4 and 6, that our people are destroyed for what? For lack of knowledge.
Yeah, that's the 1 and 3.
Yeah, and fools hate what?
Fools hate destruction.
Fools hate knowledge. Yeah, fools hate knowledge. So we know that is something that we have to search for knowledge, and most people don't want to search for knowledge because they want to remain fools.
Right.
They don't want to try to better themselves.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you better yourselves by following these laws, statutes, and commandments.
Yeah.
Just that simple. Like what is that? Talking about being a man too. What's that one? You know how I get with the scripts. That Isaiah 3 and 12.
Isaiah 3 and 12.
Yeah, Isaiah 3 and 12.
With the script, baby.
Isaiah 3 and 12. And that shows here, and that's how we living in these days. Everything is backwards because we living in this wicked system that we living in. So being in this wicked system, everything is in reverse.
Right.
Okay? And it's done like that, you know, deliberately. Like, I used to always say this to myself. I'm like, well, it's so simple, it's so in front of you that people can't see it. You can't, what's that saying? You can't see the forest because of the trees.
Right.
So it's so simple. Like, God's people, if this world is given it to the wicked, so the wicked running things now. So God people gonna be at the bottom, and Satan people, the wicked people gonna be at the what?
Top.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So quite naturally, if you see who's at the bottom and you see who's running the world, and we see the world now is given to the wicked, we go according to 1 John 5:19. Okay. Who's running the world?
The wicked.
Okay. And who's the wicked? Who's the wicked?
The white man.
And there you go.
The pink toe.
There you go.
Yeah.
So we see this, and we see that we at the bottom. And then some people say, well, you know, they try to not to include the northern kingdom, but what's happened to
They didn't treat it like a
getting put out,
hold on.
ice on them.
This is what they don't understand. They went on slave ships, right before us, really. Now, and we went on slave ships, and then what get most people confused? Oh, we not from Africa. We was already here. No, we from Africa and we was here.
It's both.
We was
both.
everywhere.
It's both. Yeah,
you know what I'm
we
saying?
was all over.
And so right, and so that's what getting them confused. They think that all of us was already here. No, and so they have to be retaught, because just because the Indians is here, you know what I'm saying, and they black, that doesn't mean all of us are here. I think that's 13. You got me doing what you do.
I mean, the another two we can't go
13,
by.
48.
We just don't go by like skin
13,
color. Like
20.
You want to look it up?
Look at that.
Huh?
You get it, because I want to get Jeremiah.
Well, I had that. Did you get that Isaiah 3 and 12 for me?
Yeah, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready whenever you are.
Okay, Isaiah chapter 3 and 12, you say?
Yeah, Isaiah 3. My goodness.
I got it. Isaiah chapter 3.
Oh my, I'm just saying, look at this, Cap.
I can't see that. I'm gonna try. Okay, Isaiah 3 and what now?
3 and verse 12.
Isaiah 3 and 12.
Yeah. So you ain't gonna even try that one, huh?
That's suicide.
It is.
Okay, Isaiah chapter 3, verse 12. As my people, children are their oppressors.
I just stop right there. It says children are their oppressor. when we just read, what was that we was looking at the news today?
That's enough to get this. So
That-
a black
that-
woman, I mean,
Yeah.
a kid killed his mother and then turned around and killed herself. And so what's going on is that a lot of kids, they don't know the defense part of anything. You know what I'm saying? If they run a red light, which is considered offense, they don't believe that they can get hit, which is considered defense. They don't have defense of anything. It's like something took the defense out of our kids. You know, like say if they carry a gun or whatever. Once he shot his grandmother and defense came, like what you gonna do now? Here's defense. Where you gonna run? I know you're gonna stay here. But when he shot her, he only seen what he can do. Now, when it's over with, he see her falling, bleeding. Now, that's the same thing with Adam and Eve. When they bit, you know, when they bowed down and made that worship, considerance, guess what? Their light came on. That we got to run. We got to put some around our. We got to put some around our body. You see what I'm saying? And so, kids are worse because they don't have no type of understanding about what happened after I do this. None of that. That's gone. It's all about just doing it.
Well, see, it's
Not what's gonna happen after. You see what I'm saying? And it's not just, you know, your kids is my kids too.
all our kids.
You know what I'm saying? So now I understand why we got to constantly keep them away from these other people, because with them, that you know, even if you was playing video games or whatever, that is tragically considered dangerous for our kids. You see what I'm saying? Because when they do that, you just give them phones and walk away. Sometimes I could look on Facebook and be like, damn, this nigga's tripping. He put this on here?
But this
You know
the
what I'm
thing
saying?
too though. If you
This imagine kids got access to all that stuff.
but you were saying like Salaki, I'm sorry, but it said the kids are our oppressor, right?
Right.
So why our kids are our oppressor? If you finish, like, go ahead and finish that 3 and 12.
Okay. Chapter 3, verse 12. And woman rule over them.
So that's it. So we got children are our oppressor and women rule over us, and this is by design. For how long did Esau, with his crafty counsel, right, have taken the man out the household? Okay,
Right.
so they take the man out the household, which is designed to have structure and a family, and then they say, okay, well, we give you money not as long as you don't have a man in here. So now the kids becomes the oppressor because it lacks balance and discipline.
Right,
so
right.
now we see the destruction. And we
Right.
see what's going on,
Right.
and we see that the crafty counsel that they did by taking the man up, and we see the results of it.
It worked for them. You know what I'm saying? It worked very well for them. But see, you got to see how smart they are, because they started this like in the 70s, and you see what they started now, and I see that what y'all plan was, because it tore my children's up. You know, I'm disconnected from my kids, and I'm able to talk to them, and still disconnected because your crafty counsel is so crafty that I don't know my son, and he the closest thing to me. Why? Because he cannot go out. He can't even move to pick up a phone and do a video game without them entering some sneaky tactics, you know, to destroy his mind.
Because you know see what they did to us is, and from slavery, from Willie Lynch. Okay, they pretty much put the woman over the man, so the women set the foundation with the kids.
Right.
So if that woman don't respect you, guess what them kids ain't gonna do?
They ain't gonna respect you.
So the woman ain't gonna, now the woman ain't gotta respect you, because guess what? The government gives me checks. I don't need no man. I don't need you anyway.
Right.
So now it's no respect for the man. So
Right.
now everything is out of balance.
Right.
But you don't see that in other cultures. You don't see the man being disrespected like that.
Right.
But it's designed to break the community down, to break the family down. You see what I'm saying? But we don't see it. So it goes back to what I always say: the same people that beat you, rape you, that treat you worse than cattle and in slavery, is not going to put you in a position to be equal or greater than by a vote or by asking. It never happened in the history of man.
Right.
So we go back to what is that? What is Proverbs that 3:31? Envy not your oppressor.
And learn of his ways.
and those none of his ways.
Right.
And then if we can get one more, what's this? You know how I get that Proverbs 22:6.
Okay, Proverbs 22:16.
No, 22:6.
Okay, Proverbs 22:6.
I can't even.
Okay, Proverbs 22:6.
Yeah, Proverbs 22:6. Why this thing? See, you know, like you were talking about that crafty counsel with that Esau. Like you were saying, that was back in the 70s. So that shows you, if we see things happening, what they set up in the 70s, and if it's 2025,
And you see-
they've been setting this stuff up
But
probably since the
what
90s.
what you got to give them is that, you know, this is slow poison. You know what I'm saying? The poison that they give you is slow. In the end, you should be. In the end, you're gonna be destroyed. You're gonna be dead. And that's what's going on now, because we seen them setting up stuff back in the 70s. You know what I'm saying? And now we see the effect of it. You see what I'm saying? And not just that. You know, you're dealing with what type. I said we got to love our kids and us so much that we got to figure out what type of poison did he give us.
Let's see what we're gonna go by. What's that Proverbs 22 and 6.
Proverbs chapter 22, verse 6. Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it.
But now you take the man out the household.
You can't do that.
So how's the kid being trained? So now
she can't do it all.
Exactly. So, and it wasn't meant to put all that burden on her.
Or us.
But put the strain on the family. So it's by design. So
Right.
now we can't train them in infancy. But so now, like, one of the most worst pagan holidays is coming up the end of this month with the heathens. You know,
Halloween.
that's right. So now you're gonna see
All
all
of
these.
that.
You're gonna see a lot of women taking their kids. Well, it's just about the babies, and that's all I care about. Well, cause see. Now that's not what raised them up from infancy, so they know you're supposed to tell them that this is you can't get no more demonic than being a witch and a demon and all this stuff.
Right.
You know, see how sick this world is now,
Right.
and now this becoming pretty much the number one celebrated holiday.
Yeah.
When you go down in Berkeley, was pretty much all white for 2 miles.
At least you got some black sisters in there.
Well, you know, you're gonna always have, you know, they accept you. That's the same. He almost about the same as equal as Esau. But anyway, they got skeletons with dressed up for 2 miles onto the telephone poles. If you go down Coolidge,
really?
go down Coolidge between I say between 10 mile and 12 mile for 2 miles.
Okay.
So you see how they do this every year. So you see how demonic this is.
Right.
And then so now you have no father in the household, right? Us being men, we're not there to raise our kids up. So now these philosophies and these traditions of our oppressors that they're emulating.
Right, that you emulated.
Yeah. So with that being said, you know, what we have to do is just go back to the basics. Start following these laws, these statutes, these commandments of the Most High.
Right.
You know. So. And
Can you give me Jeremiah 51 and 20.
Jeremiah 51 and 20.
Yeah.
Okay. Jeremiah 51 and 20 reads.
Shit.
I got it.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I get it. It's not a problem. Jeremiah 51:20, and it reads. I went too far. Here we go. Thou art my battle axe.
Right, and so that's us.
Mm-hmm.
And so, you know, he said, vengeance is his, right? Right, but protecting yourself is still not off limits. It don't say don't protect yourself, because once somebody kill you, I'm going to get them. So don't protect yourself. Do you hear what I'm saying?
That's exactly what you're saying.
And so I don't know nowhere in history, if you know the Lord in war. I don't know where in history he said to Israelites, don't fight back. I don't know. I read the Bible. I don't know nowhere in history where he told the Israelites, don't fight back, just let them do what they want to you.
Yeah,
That's not in here.
I agree.
You see what I'm saying? And vengeance is his. which means that I'm fighting, and if I die, he gonna get y'all. But if I don't die, I got you. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so we know in the end we're gonna win, right? But he don't want us to not fight. I'm talking about whatever.
Okay.
When it comes to a family, it can, of course, it's spiritual is what we're doing.
Okay.
You know saying, but to get caught and get hung because you ain't got a gun on you.
Oh, can I? But
No, hold on for a second.
okay.
All that free hanging niggas is ain't nothing wrong with hanging me. You know what I'm saying? As long as I got 2 or 3 of y'all.
Well,
But something wrong with 2,400. I mean, I'm so mad. Something wrong with 2025. Something wrong with that. If you just getting killed like you was in 400 years ago. Listen, the way we got killed 400 years ago, a lot done changed. We should not be getting killed the same way. I don't care what's going on. We should be able to put down some type of force where, hey, we can do that, but we can't do that. You see what I'm saying?
well, I mean, I agree with you, but we just can't go and be like, just.
I'm with that. I'm not saying go do it. I'm just listen. We ain't got to do that.
But
They so far. They need so far now, but that if we take it out, we got to wait on the Lord.
But we go to
You see what I'm saying?
Matthews. We go to Matthews
And
12.
that's not true.
We go to Matthews 12:29. Slack it, and it says, this is the parable that Jesus spoke. It says, I got it, Cap.
Okay.
No one can enter a strong man's house and plunder his goods unless he first binds the strong man, and then he can plunder his house.
That's sweet.
So
That's
the
sweet.
whole thing is
Because
we can't. You got to be a strong. We're talking about being men.
Right, that's
So
good.
we got
Yeah,
to be
yeah,
strong
yeah.
men. You're not gonna just let nobody come in your house.
Right.
But
Right.
at the same time, we're not gonna be like who some of the other Israelites back in the day when Yahushua was here on earth. We're not gonna be trying to fight the Romans.
Yeah, but right,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But that was correct. But it's like read that one more time. That's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
It says, all right, no one can enter a strong man's house and plunder his goods unless first he binds the strong man.
Okay. Guess what?
Mhm.
Our house is our nation.
Mhm.
That's the house. It's Israelite nation. I'm talking about the Mexican, Puerto Rican, and us. So what did they do in our house? They took the Mexicans and threw them out, right? Okay, so this is our house. Our house is not what we living in. Our house is the Israelite being in. Being an Israelite is our house. See what I'm saying? And they entered into it, and they bind us up. They're on every street trying to do whatever they want to do. And like I say, I ain't see nowhere in the Bible where we're gonna wait on him. I'm gonna have to wait on him because they killed me.
Mhm.
But while I'm alive, you see what I'm saying? I'm gonna protect myself.
How are you supposed to protect yourself?
Well, they're not. That's the point.
Well, it's
See, they're looking at protecting themselves is trying to stop the white man. Protecting myself is killing anybody that's trying to kill me. That's protecting myself. You see what I'm saying? But no, that didn't even sound bad, and that was so fair. What I just said sounds so bad if you got a white state of mind, and what I just said is so fair.
well, it goes like, what man is just gonna let somebody just go into his house and
We
take
do.
anything?
We do.
You know what I'm saying?
They come into the Israelite community,
Mhm.
right, and take niggas out, hang niggas. And we got kids missing all over the planet. I mean, all over the cities. You know what I'm saying?
I see exactly what you're saying, Cap, but how it's coming together by us realizing who we are. And we coming together as a community. And so now we're gonna be like, hold it, we not going. That's how it happens. But
Right.
those dry bones is what? Those dry
Those are
bones
us.
are starting to wake up. Okay,
Right.
so we starting to wake up and realize who we are,
Let's get
right?
them dry bones.
Okay, was that Ezekiel 37?
Yeah, get them flavors.
Okay, all right.
Is it 22 or what?
Ezekiel 37 or
Sorry,
Ezekiel
what?
35? Let me see. The 35. Let me see. I get it.
Okay.
I'll get it right here.
And so, they like, first you got to get into the strong man house. Well, the point is they in our house. You hear what I'm saying?
So we bind. What you
Listen.
saying? We already bound up.
Yeah.
Okay.
They already in our house. If we're not bound up now, I mean, when is you gonna call bound up? You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So we bound up now,
Mhm.
and they're in the house now. And so what's going on? Our kids, they took our kids with the media. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's the songs or the vision. You know, they gone, right? And a lot of us can't even control our kids.
That's what goes back to Isaiah
We
3:12.
you know, sometimes we have to let it play out. You know, let the, give it over to God.
Have to.
You know what I'm saying? Keep going.
Well, this is Ezekiel 37. We're talking about the dry bones. I could start at I started one. And the hand of the Lord was upon me, and carried me out in the spirit of the Lord, and set me down in the midst of the valley, which was full of bones, and caused me to pass by them round about.
Right, and so this is us in the Valley of America, in the Valley of the white race, right? Because that's who rule over us. Matter of fact, we're in the Valley of the heathens, because all of them rule over us, right? Keep going.
And behold, there were very many in the open valley.
Right, so there was very many of us in the open valley of our heathens, right? Keep going.
And lo, they were very dry.
And what's dry mean? Dry means that we're very dry of who we are, of who the word. We dry as hell of the word. The pastors done killed us, right? Go ahead. In America.
And he said unto me, Son of man, can these bones live?
Right, and so the Lord say, you see them dancing in New Orleans, you know, the men's with dresses on. You see that. You see us getting hung in colleges. You see police officers kicking in your door, shooting you. You see ISIS, you know what I'm saying? So you see this. Read it one more time.
And he said unto me, Son of man,
can these bones live?
Can these bones live?
Can we live? You see what I'm saying? With this much pressure that the other nation has stole up on us. Can we live? You see what I'm saying? Living is not like, see, rich is not living. Because to be rich and black right now and quiet, you die every day. But like a Israelite and keeping law, statutes, and commandments, if he leave his body, he die once. But a rich man to know that I'm gonna lose all this because if I help my people. You see what I'm saying? He die every day. Because he can't say nothing about a white man raping a black girl. He can't say nothing about that. He can't say nothing about the police just strictly shot us in the head. Football, basketball, they can't say nothing about that. You see what I'm saying?
Remember we just talking about the other day was that Colin Kaepernick?
Yeah.
How they trying to make him out because the brother paid for the autopsy of the guy that was hung.
Yeah.
Now we talk about being men. Now he's standing up as
he's
a man.
He's a man.
Yeah,
he's a man.
He gave up his whole football career.
Right.
You know.
Right.
And now these white folks mad at him
for finding out. Listen, that's the crazy part. They done took this college degree boy, hung him, right? And their autopsy said that he hung himself, right? Because nothing was wrong with him. But then Tabernacle take the same body and get the autopsy and find out his head was cracked in. So ain't no person with no cracked up head gonna be able to hang himself. So his head was split. Let's know his bones and his bodies was messed up, right? So it didn't add up now. Now they mad at Tabernacle. Tabernacle for finding out that they did wrong.
Yeah.
Hold on.
How they gonna get mad at Colin for
see the point is,
but that's the one. What's that script that said they don't blame themselves? What's that one? What's that script?
Yeah, and so Tabernacle, you know, he he studied he studied fighting for us. Now that's a man. You know what I'm saying? And so when you identify a man, you identify somebody that's setting up from God. You see what I'm saying? Because a lot of people ain't gonna do that. What he did. And then he's still doing it. That's the point.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
And they mad at him. like he did
and
something wrong.
and guess who else probably mad at him?
Who?
The rich black folks. Cause you making me look bad. You better get off that knee, nigga. Nigga, you making me look bad. Why is you doing this with all this money we got? I'm imagine how they would be like that. Man, why is you doing this?
You know what? It's funny that you mentioned that because
you know them niggas gonna do it for you. I'm just imagine
when he first started
them poor niggas ain't gonna do it for you.
When he first started it, Mike Vick was on. Like, man, I can't believe he doing this. Man, he walk around with that fro, man. He need to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now they see that, but he woke a lot of people up. Because sometimes you can't realize that you cooning because you done got this money. Because what they say about a gift,
you've been cooning so much.
What?
You've been cooning so much that you don't know when you're cooning or not.
Exactly, because a gift destroys the heart.
Right.
So they give me all this money. I'm happy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm living good.
Right.
I got me a pink toe wife.
Right.
I got me a big old house.
Right.
You know, so you know, a lot of them feel like they got it.
Yeah, they do.
They feel like they done made it. But you know, we know that Yahweh judges nations. He don't, you know, he judges individually, but he judged a whole nation's gonna be judged. So you can't get above your nation of people because you got a little paper.
Well, you know they do. You see what I'm saying? You know, we know that we can say what they can't do, but we know that's how they act and that's what they do.
They act that way, but what end up happening at the end still?
I mean, they're gonna pay for it. You know what I'm saying? But then they feel like shit. You know, I'm not for sure if God is real or not. I have never really seen him like that. So if he ain't real, and I keep this white man money and don't mess with my people, hey, that's a win-win. If he is real, right? Mm-hmm. He, you know, they for this coon concern, they know that this is not what they're supposed to be doing.
But what ended up happening to him, Cap? What happened to Bill Cosby trying to buy NBC? Now, I'm no fan of none of these guys. What happened to R. Kelly? We already knew he liked young girls. Well, this was more that he trying to buy the rights to his own songs. That's when that happened. P. Diddy, we ain't no fan of him. We know how he loved the oil, but his stuff came out when he was trying to sue the liquor company for discrimination. Right. So we see that even though that you get some money, you still got to stay in a boy's place, and we talking about being men. Right. And so when you be a man, comes with consequences. Right.
Yeah. We're being a man. Yeah. See, one thing about it, just what you got to realize, if a person take your lunch money and you cool with it, right? And so when you go to the next level and somebody takes something from you, and you're cool with it, you know they in communication, man. You know what I'm missing? I'm missing my man, Jeff, man. You know, is he up in y'all prison? You talking about, you know, the friendly Jeff? Yeah, the one be giving his food away. Oh yeah, he up here with me. You know, I'll be getting all this food now. You know what I'm saying? And so all the other nations look at us like we're fools. You know what I'm saying? And so now, what we gonna do about it? We can't stay the same.
Going back to what we were saying about the dry bones.
Right. But also, go ahead. Finish reading dry bones because I still want to go back to Jeremiah 51 and 20.
And he said unto them, prophecy upon these bones, and say unto them, O you dry bones, and hear the word of the Lord.
Right. And so this is our power. You know what I'm saying? So even if we're dealing with our kids, right? Mm-hmm. Are we dealing with Esau? You know what I'm saying? Who we consulting? The Lord. And I'll read it again. I'm sure what he just said.
And again he said unto me, prophecy upon these bones, and say unto them, O ye dry bones, hear the word of the Lord.
Right. And so how do we supposed to do this? Like our kids, or even Esau. As far as our kids concerned, you know, we prophecy unto the Lord that the Lord's going to make them right. And we only got one prophecy that's written in the book for this guy. Because remember, he's keep the commandments. He also will take care of, your kids and stuff, right? Pretty much. Okay, and so now Esau, we have to go by what is already written for him. He gonna be destroyed. Because that's our enemy. Right? Keep going.
Thus says the Lord God unto these bones, behold, I will cause the breath to enter into you, and you shall live.
Right. And so the prophecy come true. But how you go at it? You're supposed to know that God's going to take care of this prayer for you. You see what I'm saying? This prayer is righteous and up to God's standards. He going to make sure it go through. You see what I'm saying? Right. And so you're preaching the help of another Israelite that you need him to make it. Right? And also, you also have to preach over here too, that you need this one not to make it. Right? But because it's a prophecy on both of them. It's a prophecy on your enemies already.
What's this go to where we're supposed to go to all the nations, and we had to let them know. So we have to let them know, but then we also have to we have obligation to wake our people up, you know. So we have to you know, we're supposed to go to the nations and let them know what's going to happen. We also let our people know who they are,
Right.
and wake up the dry bones.
Wake up the dry bones. Keep going.
Okay. You want me to keep on with the dry bones? Okay.
Yeah, keep going.
All right. And I lay upon you and will bring upon flesh upon you and cover you with skin and put breath in you.
Right. So hold on. We have to see ourselves in this position because we have to see ourselves dead. And if, once we start seeing ourselves dead, the only way we can live is if He help us or wake us, right? Because a man depend on God. You see what I'm saying? If a man, if you call yourself a man, and you're not depending on God, I know you depend on God by the way you treat me. You see what I'm saying? I know you're dependent on the Lord, and so you have to depend on Him for this to even happen. For your power, for you to have power, you have to depend on Him, because He's the one gonna give it to you, and then you have to know that it exists for you to even have it. If you don't ask him, because he say most of them have not because they ask not. You see what I'm saying? So we're not asking Him for these things. I'm asking Him, Lord, I want to see the day that they get their punishment. I won't care if it's not on this life. I still want to see the day they get this punishment. You see what I'm saying? And so, you know, a lot of them say we don't know when He gonna come. But you may not know, which we all never know. But just imagine if he come right now and we all sitting in the tab, we all doing the Feast of Tabs. What if He sweep us up out of here? You see what I'm saying? You never know. But one thing about it is that when His important days come, you got to be here because you never know. The reason why He say do it 3 times a day, knowing God, is something about that. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? It's something serious about that. And if we're practicing these righteous acts, and we all know that we're gonna have to be really living intense eventually. We can see that this can take place. This with this president. We can see we may have to get up.
Exactly.
And sell everything.
We might have to be moving from place to place with tents, and then like you said, start preparing ourselves.
Yeah, we have to start preparing ourselves. And that's the best thing about it. The more you do it, mm-hmm. the more He's gonna make it easy for you to do it. God. A person can be doing it the same way, but I've been keeping the commandments. I'm doing it the same way, but it's up to Him to make it come forth. You may be struggling, and I may not, and we got the same idea about doing it, but He made my way easier, because it's Him that makes this stuff, that put this stuff together. So a lot of times we think it's us. We plays it out because we know we have to, and it's just like you jump in the water. You have to hold your breath. Then when you come up, you can breathe. So we have to play this role. If you dump me in the water, I have to hold my breath, right? So He got us in this lifestyle, and we have to play it. You see what I'm saying?
That's exactly what you're saying.
Keep going.
And then I behold, lo, the flesh come upon them, and the skin covered them above.
Right.
But there was no breath in them.
Right. Go back.
and the skin covered them.
Okay, so the skin, right?
Mm-hmm.
The skin is covering us, right? And so the skin is like it's kind of like our armor for our interior. You know what I'm saying? Where our hearts, it just can't come and touch a vein and bust a vein. So our skin is our protection, right? And that's really our armor for now. You see what I'm saying? And what they're trying to do, they're trying to take your melanin, because your melanin means something. Your melanin is your armor. They don't have an armor, and so you got to protect that, right?
Yeah.
How? You got to constantly be. They say don't even look at the sun. See how the sun. You can look at the sun, because the sun is healing for your eyes, but not for theirs. So they tell you what you can't do, but they're talking about themselves. And by us being the coon, we think they're talking about us. That don't match with us. You know what I'm saying? Keep going.
And then said unto me, prophesies unto the wind, prophesy, son of man. Say to the wind, thus says the Lord God, come from the four winds of breath upon the slain, that they may live.
Right. And why you say breath upon the slain? Because we once was alive.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So in other words, we got destroyed.
Well, we get destroyed for our disobedience.
Man,
and these bones is that coming into that knowledge, realizing who we are,
right,
for us to wake up. And
right,
that's the only thing that's going to get us out of this situation.
Right.
We didn't try protesting.
Right.
We didn't try being militants. We didn't try to being nice. Just don't bother nobody. I ain't did nothing to nobody. The only thing that's going to get us out of this situation is following these laws, these statutes, and these commandments.
Yeah, that's true. That's the only thing. And then what that's supposed to mean, we got to have faith to even do it. A lot of people know that we're supposed to do it, but it's one thing to know, and it's another thing to fear that you got to do it. Because when you don't feel the Lord, you start losing the strength you need to prosper, because He's the one that's gonna help you make it. But if you don't, because a lot of us don't fear Him. That's why we're in this predicament, because we don't fear Him like that.
But that goes to Salakia, it goes into that Isaiah 29:13. The fear of the Lord is learned from the precepts of men.
Right.
Okay, so God forgive you. It's okay.
Right, yeah.
And what do we fear? That wicked holiday is coming up. Our kids gonna fear Dracula, Frankenstein, ghosts, and demons more so than they fear the Most High. Right. But I ask you, who do the demons fear? Who, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, who make them shake? But yet, you see how everything is in reverse?
Right.
So they want us to watch, people get to watch those horror movies. Who they really fearing that? Who is that building up fear in? Not the Lord. No. That's getting you to fear them.
Right.
Instead of us fearing the Lord. So you see how everything is in reverse?
Right. Yeah, that's the crazy part.
Yeah.
Everything, it's like, read me some more. I'm gonna show you something.
Okay. Come forth winds and breath, and breathe upon the slain, that they may live. So I prophesied as He commanded me, and the breath came into them, and they lived, and stood up upon their feet, an exceeding great...
Hold on. Back up a little bit.
Okay.
Start over.
And so I prophesied.
Okay, so what did He do?
He prophesied.
He spoke it out.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
God.
He spoke it into existence. Why? Through the word of God. Keep going.
As He commanded me.
Okay, so He commanded them. The Lord is commanding even us today to speak it out. You know what I'm saying? Because we on the highways and byways, and what we're doing, we are speaking it out.
God.
We kind of speak, a lot of them speak it out, and so we're waking up our people. And so by us speaking it out on the highways and byways, look at the prophet that take place for God. Read that.
But it's funny that you mentioned that. So like, remember you said that Christianity, you said this, Cap, that Christianity, they said, we know that this good news will be preached and have the earth for a witness until the end will come. How many times, you brought this out, how many times Christianity been preached around the world?
About 800.
and
no,
the end come. So we know that that's not it, right?
That's
so you brought
not,
that out.
That's right. And then Muslims been around the world. They've been around the world at least 900 times. You know what I'm saying? So that message has been the Muslim. Everybody know about the Muslim. Everybody know about Jew whatever that.
You know about Jehovah's Witnesses?
Yeah, Jehovah's Witness. and the Chinese, you know what I'm saying, with the big Buddha. So every and then the Indian with the polka dot with all them ladies with the arms on her. You know what I'm saying? And so all these things here, you know, we know that all these things been around the world, and everybody had a chance to choose one or the other, or made to choose one. But even if you made to choose one, that doesn't mean the other don't exist in your time. And so all these Christianity's been around the world, but us waking up ain't been around the world, because some of us is just waking up. You see what I'm saying? Keep going.
So I prophesied as I commanded, and I prophesied that there was, okay, well, Salakia. Okay. Where did I stop at? I lost my spot here. Then said unto me, prophesied unto the winds. I got that when I stopped here. I lost my spot here.
No, that don't make no sense to us. Prophesied unto the wind. Okay, so I prophesied that, you know, there's going to be schools everywhere. You know what I'm saying? For Israelites.
What kind?
You know what I'm saying? HOI schools here, just popping up everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And so I can prophesize that.
Yes, kind.
Go ahead.
So I was at 10, Salakia. So I prophesied as he commanded me.
But what if I do prophesize, it's got to be according to him commanding me to do that. You see what I'm saying? And so that's the good thing about it. When the Lord commands you to do something, and he give you this job personally, because it's a big thing to get a job from, you know, from me, or maybe, you know, Pink Toe, he give you a job. But to get a job straight from the Lord, that this is your assignment as an Israelite, direct connect. Keep going.
And the breath came into thee, and they lived and stood up upon their feet, extending great army. Right.
So how did they stand up on their feet? When they read the word, woken up to who they are today, knowing that the God is just only for them. They stood up on their feet. Why? Because there's other people already on their feet. But when they stood up, that was the biggest difference. Because they was never supposed to wake up. But when they stood up, that's a hell of a sleep to not know you're an Israelite. Nigga, you dead. You see what I'm saying? We was dead. And so now what's up? We're waking up slowly. And then we look back as woke and look back knowing we were asleep. We can say, dang, Gee, they did a hell of a job. I was asleep, but I'm woke. But do you remember when you were asleep? See, it's one thing remembering when you were asleep, and there's another thing dying and never have woken up. You see what I'm saying?
God.
That's the hard part. Dying and never have woken up. Keep going.
Then he said unto me, Son of man, these bones are the whole house of Israel. Behold, they say...
These bones are the whole house of Israel. You see what I'm saying? So if we waking up and we know we Israelites, because he said that these bones is being woke up by Israelites. He didn't say these bones are being woke up by Baptists or any church. So if there's churches hating Israelites, then they as you see the word, they still got to be part of the ones that sleep. You see what I'm saying?
Come.
And as you see now, you got Arabs and white folks now telling us, yeah, you are the real Jews. Nigga, we don't need to know now. We already found out after them the 400 years. We found out. Now that we know, you want to say, I got something to do with you knowing. I'm just going to say that, you know, you guys are Israelites.
They already knew.
They been knew. But they never told us when we didn't know. No nation have taught us that we was Israelites. What taught us we was Israelites? The book and the prophecy from Elijah. Keep going.
Okay. Then he said unto me, Son of man, these bones are the whole house of Israel. Behold, they say, our bones are dried, and our hope is lost.
So
we are cut off for our parts.
Right. And read that one more time.
Okay. Then he said unto me,
So this is the
Son
Lord
of
said.
man,
Go
these
ahead.
bones are the whole house of Israel.
Right.
Behold, they say, our bones are dried. and
Right.
our
So
hope-
even though they live,
Mhm.
they dry without the word, because we stayed in the churches. We weren't getting nothing. We still live. We still can drive home. So though we still live, we still weren't getting the word. So we was dried, right? And that caused medical problems among us. That's caused losing our children. That's caused, someone being gay. That caused a lot of defects. Someone been in the gang. Someone out here could kill his own people. That did a lot to us when our bones is dry. You see what I'm saying? When we're not getting the word, it's a wrap for us. Keep going, because we're born to stay in God's word. We're made to do this. You see what I'm saying? Keep going.
And our bones are dried, and our hope is lost, and we are cut off for our parts.
And we cut off our parts. Right? And that's the killer part. The part that we have to play for the Lord, that's cut off. We're not playing that part from the Lord. We're not playing on these commandments. We're not rolling with them. That part the white man has cut off for good, damn near. Because he did such a good job that he's gonna take 2/3 with him.
Well,
Hold on. Without it, and it's gonna be half of them, no, 3/4 of them, not knowing that they dying, not knowing that they dying for the devil. That's heavy.
Well,
They don't know they dying for the devil, and they got them dying for him.
Salakia, though, we said, well, I'm not, far as, the white man got him, Yahweh was in control of everything, and a lot of the 2/3 are being destroyed were the same ones that when Moses got the 10 Commandments, they was down here making the golden calf. The same ones that was being disobedient, the same ones that was following him. So those same people are still back here now.
Right, yeah.
So
doing the same thing.
So the same thing.
Right.
So those are the same ones that were meant to be destroyed.
Right, gotcha.
So it's nothing that, you see what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's heavy right there. Yeah. Explain it. Keep going.
Okay. Therefore, the prophecy say unto them, Thus said the Lord God, Behold, O my people, I will open your graves and cause you to come up out of your graves and bring you into the land of Israel.
Right. And so he right now, we're coming up out of our graves. Right? We know that we're Israelites. We're waking up. You see what I'm saying? And so by waking up, just by waking up, guess what come with it? We get the land. We get the prophecies. You see what I'm saying? We get eternal life. We get to be kings and queens. We get servants and handmaids. You see what I'm saying? Just by waking up. This is a gift from the Lord from waking up. And these people over here, they hate us. They don't want to wake up. But he giving up these gifts for waking up. I hate to say it. You know what I'm saying? And I know they will probably, and maybe not. What I do notice is that them niggas getting hung and all types of stuff these nations getting that look like us. He not messing with. I mean, I don't see nobody no fringes getting hung. I'm just saying we got a special protection on us. You see what I'm saying? Those who keeping the commandments. Because I know you can get in trouble with fringes on. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, even far as our camps is concerned, I have not yet seen somebody get shot and killed like that with fringes on. I just have not seen it. And so we got to realize that we got a special protection around us. I'm talking about as Israelites. I ain't talking about as a camp. As Israelites, we got a special protection around us. You know what I'm saying? And then we got to know and acknowledge that too, as Israelites. Because the more you thank him for what he's doing, the more he's gonna do. You see what I'm saying? We need to get together, just thank him for for the things he have done, right? So what? What he gonna do? He gonna acknowledge and do the greatest thing. Why? Because we're waking up. You don't want to keep forgetting about all these good things he's done for you. Some people can't name. He probably did about 100 good things for one person all year, and you tell them to name how many he done. They may come up with 3. Nigga, don't you not pay your rent? When you funk that money, however it was, keep going.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Yeah.
Let's see, 11. Why is things going up like that? Oh man, hold tight. My battery getting
You're on
low.
37.
I know.
38.
I know. But I just went back. When my battery get low, this thing kind of acting up. I'm alright. I got it.
Okay.
I got it. I'm on 3710
Yeah.
or 11. 11. 12. Therefore, prophecy and say unto thee, thus saith the Lord God, behold, O my people, I will open the graves and cause you to come up out of your grave and
Right.
bring you into the land of Israel.
Right. So we coming up out of being African American. We coming about being niggas. We coming up out of all these wicked names that they have placed upon us. Right? Go ahead.
And you shall know that I am the Lord, and when I have opened your graves, O my people, and brought you up out of your grave.
Right. And that's showing you right now that it has to be the Lord to woke us up, right? And then he said he's gonna take us out of our graves. That means being put in. That means Esau. There's no heathen's gonna rule over us because we out that grave. You know what I'm saying? There's this white man and everybody is gonna see, because it's gonna be a great reward, right? And so he said, I'm gonna take y'all out of the grave, right? And so if you're taking us out from the bottom, right, he putting us on top. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You see? Keep going.
Okay. Therefore prophecy and say unto thee, thus saith the Lord God, behold, O my people, I will open your graves and cause you to come up out of your grave and bring you into the land of Israel, and you shall know that I am the Lord. And when I have opened your graves, O my people, and
Yo,
brought
you see how you said
out
that?
of the grave.
When I have opened up these graves, he said, oh my people. Oh my people. All hell about to break loose.
We know that.
Oh mama, they go that man. They woke.
Kind
All hell about to break loose.
of.
Somebody in trouble. So what he gonna do? He gonna give you his best shot, because he do not want to die or go into captivity. He here to fight for life, if it take a life. You see what I'm saying?
Kind of goes to Obadiah when he say he think his kingdom's gonna last forever.
Right. He do. I think his kingdom gonna last forever.
But just as Yahweh hardened the
Pharaoh's heart.
Pharaoh's heart. Pharaoh was gonna let us go.
Yeah.
Like, no. Remember, our God is a God of war.
Right.
And we learn to fear him from the precepts of man.
Right.
But we know that he calls you to be rich. He
Right.
calls you to be poor.
Right.
He lifts you up. He tears you down.
Right.
So these are the things that we have to start realizing. And as you say, it's time for these bones to dry up. But we know that this crafty counsel that he used, while we was talking about the men, how they took the men out the household to keep us the more asleep. Because just like that superpower, they know, just like with that Superman, our kryptonite is not following these laws.
That's right.
Okay, so long
That's
as
for
they,
sure.
so he always gonna put that kryptonite out there, getting too strong. So long as we get into these laws and these statutes and these commandments, and we realize who we are, and we start becoming men, and we start running our households, we start teaching our kids. See, right now, when I was going to school, I just went to school to get an education, but my parents taught me. No, I learned at home.
Okay.
I went to school just to get that piece of paper, as
Right.
they would say.
It was
Okay, but now the kids, it's no balance, it's no structure, so they ain't learning nothing at home.
Right.
So now you're going to school up to your oppressor,
And getting nothing in there.
and you ain't getting now you get nothing from nothing, which leaves what?
Nothing.
So,
That's heavy. Yeah, that's heavy. Any more on that?
yeah, we was bringing about how we have to stop envying our oppressors.
Right.
So we go back with that. What's that? Proverbs. What's that? 3:31. Envy not your oppressor and choose none of his ways.
Right.
But we have been trained from infancy to from our oppressors to behave a certain way. Remember, we're talking about being men.
Right.
See, long as we stay like a grown man, but with a child's mind, how can we grow?
Right.
Okay? And we still base things on how we was as kids, then we can't grow.
Right.
Or, if we're not going to look out for our kingdom, look out for what we're supposed to do. What it says here, what is that? What's that scripture says? For one thing, we're supposed to not make whores of the women of Israel.
Right.
Okay? But, but they tricked us with the kryptonite. Oh man, you can do that's cool to do that. See, that's go that kryptonite again. Okay, don't take care of our children. It said that's worse than the heathen.
Yeah.
Oh man, you ain't got to do that. You know what I'm saying? I got kids everywhere.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Go ahead and I'm gonna get that bag, selling poison to your own people.
Right.
So we have to get away from all of that.
Yeah.
We got to get away from the training of our oppressors and start being men. And only way we're gonna be men is following what the Lord says, not what our oppressor tell you what a man is, because you just said it.
Right.
Kaepernick, when Colin became a man, they kicked him out the NFL. So the only way I'm gonna give you nigglets, as you said, what you call them, Cap?
Niggers.
Niggerets. The only way I'm gonna give you niggers money if you what? You're gonna have to be a coon. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way. So when you stand up and be a man, that's why they called us boys. Look at them boys. Hey boy, come here. Put your head down, never look them in the face. So you still strong physically, as it says in Willie Lynch,
but you're still doing
weak
the same.
mentally.
Yeah, you're still doing the same thing.
Doing the same thing.
Yeah, just walking down the sidewalk, you move out the way.
Yeah.
You still got that mindset.
Yeah, you got to get.
And they know it.
They know it, but they know when you don't have it too.
I'm tell you, I see Arabs walking straight, and I see black folks moving out of everybody way. White, like a black person cannot walk straight, opposite from nobody. He the one gonna have to move.
Remember that movie we saw?
Because a white person gonna let you hit their shoulder, because they didn't believe you that you even did not jump out the way. But and the Arab too, he gonna look at you just the same.
Well, remember that movie we just saw, the Book of Clarence.
Yeah.
And we see the nothing new under the sun, and the Romans was coming down. It's like, hey, instead of us saying like the cops saying, let me see your license, your registration, please. Where your papers at?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. Who are y'all? So we see that nothing is new.
Right.
So the only way we're gonna get out of this foolishness is go to these laws, statutes, and commandments. The only way we're gonna be men is following these laws, statutes, commandments, and then we're gonna go by Proverbs 3:5. Do not lean on our own understanding, but every utterance of the Most High. That's what we got to do. Right. So we can't go by what we think. We didn't try, like we said before. What did we say? We tried marching. We tried being Black Panthers. Yeah. We tried to reason with them. Well, and what happened?
She was stabbed in the back.
Hey, there you go. So that's what we got to do. And the only way we gonna be men, not what we think men, because we were taught how to be men according to fools.
Right.
And it goes to 1 Corinthians, one of my favorite ones, 13:11. As a child, I did things as a child, but as a grown man, I no longer do childish things. Right. So we got to get out of that child mindset as men, and we got to start leading our household, leading our women. And then too, leading our women too, it doesn't mean that, sit down, shut up woman, because as Yahushua was, when the disciples was telling him, he know he's about to die. Which one is greater for, which one is greatest? He didn't say, man, would y'all shut up? Y'all know I'm about to die for y'all. He said, whoever is the least is the greatest. Okay, so that's how we have to be. And husbands supposed to love their wives. You know what I'm saying? We have to, and what is love? Love is following these commandments and be understanding. You know what I'm saying? And be forgiving and be slow to anger. Because how do we expect for Yahweh to forgive us and all of the atrocities that we did? And we can't forgive our own wives, our own kids, our own brothers. So we have to start looking at the mirror and start being true men.
Right.
The only way we're gonna be true men is following what Yahweh wants us to do.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Got any meat on their bones? Was that over?
That was pretty much it.
Okay, good. Go back to 51 and
20. You want Jeremiah what?
51:20.
Okay, Jeremiah 51:20.
It's the battle axe.
Okay. The battle axe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Jeremiah 51:20. All right, here we go. It's bad when you can't see what the light.
Sure, you can see. All right.
51:7. Here we go. All right. Jeremiah 51:7. Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine.
Right.
Therefore, the nations are mad.
Right. Because she ruled the nation with her fake money, really. You know what I'm saying? And now the nations, they woke up and be like, man, this ain't nothing but a piece of paper. So they pissed right now. You know what I'm saying? Your money over here ain't worth a nickel no more. You know, and kick them off the land. Send them back where they got to go. That's how they doing the white man right now in Africa. Keep going.
Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed.
Can't wait.
Howl for her. Take blame for her pain. If so, she may be healed.
Right. So the Lord is going to destroy this place. You know, He's going to use people to do it, but His hands are on everybody. Right.
Right.
Because it's really Him doing it. You know. You good? It's HOI Detroit. Come down, wake up our people. We give our honor to our elders. All praises to Yahweh. All glory to Yahweh Shai. And like I say, this is the Feast of Tab, our 10th day. I'm Uncle Penuel.
I'm Dawada.
Kumar Shawala.
Kumar Shirala.